All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. I hope you guys are feeling well. I hope you're doing good. It is time to talk about today's trading. It's been a long time since we've done a recap. I think it's been over a week. So it's good to be back in the office. As you guys know, we've had a day trading team house. That's where we come together as a unit. Myself, the other mentors, and some of the chat room members to hang out in one location, trade together, study together, learn and grow. And boy, do I feel good. I mean, I always feel good. There are some times where you can feel a little burned out, things like that, but for the most part, I've been feeling good. And after this trip, I feel even better. I mean, just hanging around the team, man, and the encouragement, the motivation that's always there after these trips to come home, hit the ground running, and push forward, man. It's like no other. I'm at a point where I know how to trade, but there's always something to learn, right? So, adding those few things to my trading, and then of course the extra added motivation can't be beat, man. So definitely looking forward to the rest of the week here, the rest of the month. Things have been going a little slow so far. It's always a little different trading in the team house because you're outside of your comfort zone. There can be a little bit more noise. There can be some more FOMO and things like that. But to give you guys an overview into last week, we had the 10th, which was Monday. For me, a bit of a fumble day. It ended red 800. And this is enlarged because of my layout. My Thinkorswim the night before, the day before, rather, we're all setting up. It would not load. I kind of opened up the app a couple times, maybe like four times. It was loading for 30 minutes each time. So ended up uninstalling it and reinstalling it. And of course, that led to my layouts being lost. So wasn't able to recover that. I didn't have any saved on my PC, and maybe I did. I just probably didn't realize. But anyhows, I had a lot of issues, as in like my charts being out of whack, my hotkeys, my um, I mean everything honestly that you could think of, right? When you put the layout to default. So coming into the open and having to deal with that issue was a bit problematic. It's tough because after the uninstall, I did fix everything to my liking. And what I didn't do though, which you guys can maybe avoid in the future, you guys can potentially make sure to log out and save. I didn't log out. I saved my layout, but I didn't log out and closed out the application. I just saved it, and so I had the lock screen icon, right? So I came back, logged back in, and that's where everything was like a mess. And of course, 10 minutes before the bell, that's the last thing you need. So Monday, a little bit of a botch. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, I think up. Was that the day we're up 1400 and we give it back? And then, oh no, we're up 400 Tuesday to then red 170. Wednesday we're up 1400 to then red 160. Tuesday, Wednesday, over trading, overstaying my welcome. And just, I think doing a little too much in terms of sticking around because the guys are sticking around and trading backside. Marcelo and Tim, great at backside. Myself, Save, some of the other guys, not so good with backside. So I ended up giving back on Tuesday, Wednesday, but Thursday, Friday, we ended about 400 in the green both days, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to import everything, including today, to get a full report, right? But anyhow, today, let's talk a little bit about today. We had ticker symbol GLMD and ticker symbol SCNX. Those were the top two. We also had a couple others, right? If we're to come to our positions window, we had ANTE, NAOV, and MGRM. I was up 1500 today. But today, unlike other days last week, today was a day where I really like traded with more size. Last week was more so just tons of scalping. Today I kind of, a little bit more laid back trading, focusing on a little bit more on key levels. So things were a little different. There were some scalping involved, but not to the level where I would have been doing last week or the week before. So, making some adjustments here in my trading is the biggest thing I could say. And GLMD was a pretty good stock because if you guys realized here early, this thing went from 218 up to 290. I did not see it before the halt up. I wasn't paying attention to it. It was a bit of lighter volume. pre-market, so no need to really be watching at it early. But if you did, you probably caught the 1 minute candle make the new high over 240. At the very least, maybe you saw it going up there and then perhaps into 290 halt up. So I traded the dip and rip, and the dip and rip was pretty good. Although I did buy early. I bought it early. I kind of botched the trade. We had a high of 34 and a low initially, I thought around 12 or 16. I jumped in for 12. I got filled at 16. It proceeded to then drop down to 303. So it was a pretty brutal trade here, actually. And this is around 9:42 a.m. So if we come back to 9:42, by the way, let me go to single screen here. Guys, hit that thumbs up, right? Hit that thumbs up if you're watching on the YouTube live stream every day and you're watching this recap. Hit that thumbs up. 9:42 a.m., right? 9:42. You guys will see I got involved here. And so this is even higher than I thought. I got filled at 20. I thought I got filled at 16. Okay, no. Right here, yeah. This trade, very tough trade because, it comes down to the milliseconds sometimes. And if I'm a little bit more patient, like I had literally a half second more patient, I would have been in at 5 and I would have been out. And I only sold this here because I'm like, okay, I need to try to just recover and not, try to hold this high and see what it does. So I would have been in like let's say 8, 9 and out at like 32. And it's a massive difference there, right? So that's what, about 20 cents? 20 cents, 4,500 shares is already 1K, right? So there were small things like this that was a little interesting. Let's see, we had highs at 40 and 40 ended up being our resistance, right? 340, which is right here. So this gave us a bit of a range. I think something I needed to do a little bit of a better job of was trusting the level a little sooner at the lows, because let's see here. I believe my first trade or two, I might have sold, and you guys can see the difference in size here as well. So something else to mention is that because I fumbled the first few trades, I wasn't super confident to continue with size right away, just in case we would see some early weakness and a breakdown below 3. So trades like this right here, which was a pretty good trade, in at 8, we had some slippage all the way up to 13, but in at 8, out at 28. There's a good trade. We tried the high of day move. Well, no. We tried a dip from the highs here because this pushed up to 40. It then dipped to 28. Right here, I bought 28. I'm filled at 40. The moment I'm buying, this sometimes is so annoying, man. The moment I'm buying, it teleports up to 40. Then a short seller cover right there, perhaps. This freaking thing teleports to 40, and I get filled 41, which is a disaster. Because this should have been at least a 9-8 cent winner with 5,000 shares. So this was just a little bit, upsetting. And it's this theme where I get a little unlucky. So again, the first time on the resumption, to paint the picture on the resumption, I buy the dip high. I have to cut the trade quickly because I'm in high. My risk is too high. Second time around, I'm buying beautifully off this nice winning trade at 28. I get filled 40. And then it teleports back down. I'm out where I'm trying to buy is where I sold. And where I'm trying to sell is where I bought. You can't make this stuff up. So in the moment, I'm like, oh, freaking gosh. So then I'm like, okay, let's size back down again. Let's make sure this doesn't get out of control. We size back down, and again, if these trades right here, if these trades are going well, the first one and this one, I'm not sizing down this much. I then size down to catch a nice move back up. So it was a little frustrating to not have already been, like I said this on the live stream, man, I should have already been up 1K at one point, like 2-3 minutes into me trading the stock. It's like it really comes down to the inches, man, and this one was the stock, the other one was me. The first trade, I needed to do a little bit of a better job being more patient, so there was that. Anyhow, let's see. Moving forward, So we recouped the $500 loss. And I think right here is where I had some trouble then. So at 946, I believe we started to hold a little high. And I believe we were holding at 28 initially. And I felt a little uncomfortable buying 28. And I think this is where I needed to be more patient and wait for the bigger pullback. So I bought at 48. Let's see, 48, which was down here, right? Nice trade off the VWAP, but this only had highs of 37 and then 31. So let's see how this played out. I think after that, the stock really and truly failed miserably, right? So I got caught here in at 26 out of 21. I tried one last time here, got a small dip, and I think that was pretty much it for this stock. The dip down at 291, bounced up nicely to 3. This is after it failed miserably here on this red candle. So that was like the end of this like first big bull flag and this first cycle right here. So all in all, good stuff. Now the second wave is what I like to call the second leg. So we're starting out here at lows of 86. And I honestly think this is one of the areas where I needed to do a better job of, because I had the chance, let's see, I had the chance to add, if I'm not mistaken. So we took a trade above the whole dollar. Let's see. And this is a little aggressive because I'm looking for the continuation. In at 90, out at 3, back in at 3. We didn't continue. It dips back down, I'm back in. And I think here's where I needed to have a much bigger position. Only 3,000, and I had the chance. This right here is my biggest like disappointment, if I would say, of the day, because the stock is telling me in my ears, like literally as if someone is here in my ears, RT add, RT add, RT buy, and I'm there like a little chicken in the freaking everything making sense, man. And I'm like, what it is that I was waiting for more confirmation. But why? Everything is already, it's like I'm at an A plus, but I want even like a cheat sheet. If I studied for this exam and I know 2 plus 2 equals 4, why do I need to see 2 plus 2 equals 4 on a cheat sheet as well? Like, bro, you already know. There's this 90% chance this thing looks great, everything looks checking out. Why am I not taking it 2-3 more times? Right here, I should have, at 95, 90, 88, right here, I should have loaded the boat like freaking nobody's business, bro. And if I did, I even on the live stream, and then this is poor execution here too. I said 310. When this thing was down at 290, I said 310. And look at what I do. I think this right here is fine if I have a massive position, bro. But anyhow, it is what it is. It's part of the deal. It is what it is. And then because we are not in heavy, we have to resort to then scalping this area, which is not ideal because the stock was hesitating a ton. We finally catch a good trade from 9 to 23. And then we did not hold 23 to 40. Instead, we sold 31. Actually, no. Is this a false breakout? Looks like this was a false breakout. Yeah, so we got caught here. I thought this was a winning trade. We got caught there in it. Oh, this is brutal loss there. Brutal loss. Let's see how it... And then it curled up. Okay, this is the one where... So we had a false breakout. It didn't flush down all the way. And this dropped to 3, by the way. So this is at 956. This was... Let's see. That was this candle right here. It dropped down to 2... Okay, maybe even 391. No. 335 was the low on the next candle. 18. Okay, maybe my memory's a little off. So we dropped down to 18. And I think it was lower than that. It might have all been within the same candle. So this is where a 10-second chart is a little important to kind of go back and see. If not, you have to go back to level 2 via recording. But anyhow, I believe it faked out. And right here, I caught a great entry to sadly sell early. Look at the difference in time. I bought back 7 seconds later at 44. So I didn't hold this trade here. And I had intuition that it could go here, but the volume at the time wasn't as high. And so I kind of just took a couple cents thinking I'll have a chance to get back in when I needed to hold this trade. So, again, look at the size I'm using here, 5,000 shares. If I'm to hold this 7 seconds later, so again, when anybody see that I'm up 1K and I go back to flat, to me I wasn't even green because the opportunities that was here on this stock in all the key areas is like if I did everything right, I should be up 15,000, right? That's where my mindset is, but it's a matter of working on the execution. So honestly, like right now, man, I could care less about money. Like the money is not my concern. Whether I'm up 1K, down 1K, I could care less about that. My goal is to become consistent with what I'm seeing for this new style of trade, which is holding a little bit longer and being scalpy when it's appropriate, right? So I think once we get a hold of this, even if it takes me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 4 months, when I'm where I need to be, how well I'll be doing in just 1 week, I would have made everything I would have made that entire freaking 3 months in a day or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be condensed. So I think for me right now, it's just a matter of just locking into what I'm seeing and staying focused, staying true because it's crazy that even on days like this where it's not super hot, you could be up insane money, right? So that's my goal and that's my aim here. So quick recap, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. I'm gonna be sounding like a madman the next year straight because I it's just so clear in my mind what needs to be done, and I'm looking forward tomorrow to executing with more confidence. So hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. We ended up losing on one of the other stocks, but that was fine. I think that was MGRM. We were up like 1K on this one. We ended up losing on this pullback here. This big red candle is what got me. I bought VWAP area and this thing tanked. But honestly, it was pretty, like this stock was pretty bad up until here. This is where it got a little bit better right here. But all of this I thought was nonsense. That was nonsense. So, the breakout over 4, we got to 405 and then right back down to 76 and then a better move back up to 420. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow again, right now I'm on the road to 30K a day. That's my goal, that's my dream. And maybe when I get there, I'll even look forward to pushing that even more. But the road to 30K a day, right? Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It's been Relentless Trader. I'll see you guys a little earlier tomorrow around 10 a.m. Stay safe, stay green, and enjoy the rest of the day. Catch you guys later.